Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Kali? You there?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you is?
I'm playing the game by myself right now.
Oh, okay, shit, my bad.
I don't know,
I'll
I
leave
can
you
do
there. Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
It's lovely to hear, my friend. Lovely to hear.
Thank you.
What have you been up to?
Usual cycling and this game.
Very nice. Have you head up anywhere on trails?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Have you head up anywhere new on cycling trails?
Nowhere new recently, no.
Have you? Are you playing any instruments or something like that?
Playing any
Yeah.
I prefer
That's right. Yeah.
I play each week.
That's funny. Yeah, yes. How did anyone stop doing it? Did you go to church?
No, we don't go. Daniel.
Nice. Are you watching it yet? No, it's okay. I guess it is. But let me tell you, I have a funny story.
You have what, sorry?
I have a funny story. Yeah. So, we had like this open day for like our team, where like the bigger manager, who is like I guess the head of like the new bank, came in to like hear about like what's going on with the team. Like there's like definitely been like some issues that like individual members have expressed. Let's let's figure out display this new team structure, and then let's like see if we can iron out any of these issues that we're feeling, right?
Yep.
So I was very excited for this because I'm like, yes, let's go. Finally, we have our problems that are like surface to like higher up. I can like hear about this new structure. I'm really excited, right? And at the very start, right, like my manager was like, "Oh, let's do like a an icebreaker first," and I was like, "This is really stupid." But okay, no worries. So then he was like asking a philosophical question, right? It's like, would you rather have a rewind button, a pause button, or a fast forward button, right? Now, this was meant to be like a quick 15-minute icebreaker, which is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, is unnecessary because we've been working together for 6 months, right? What is the point, right? But everyone took more than like 3 minutes to answer this question. And there's like 15 people in this. Sorry, not 15. There was like everyone took their time answering this, and there was like a lot of people in this room, right? So the time went from like an estimated 15 to like 30 or something like that. It was such a waste of time, right?
Yeah.
So stupid, right? And like everyone like really explained like their answers. When it got to me, I was like, we need to hurry this up, bro. I was just like, I would take a rewind button so I could relive my youth, right? And I'm like the youngest one in this room. Everyone's like double my age, so everyone's just like, you, what are you talking about? And then I had a laugh, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, on to you, Anthony. Let's hurry up now. Come on. At least we got through that, which I'm like happy about. Now, my takeaway from like that icebreaker was like, this is dumb and it takes too much time, right? Then my like team manager. So I guess this is like where it's a bit hard to explain, right? Like, I think that the reporting lines should be like, we have like a team manager, and then after that, like that guy reports to a platform owner who like kind of is maintaining like the INO platform, which is like what we're working on, along with some other things, right?
Yep.
Now, after the platform owner was like, all right, icebreakers, we did that. That was, again, like I said, stupid and took too long.
Yeah.
Then my team manager was like, all right, I'll like, take this next bit of time to explain like what the team does. And this was also really stupid and took too long. Like, this genuinely sounded like the most phoned in fucking response. Right? This is like writing a report on a book you haven't read.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, oh, like the team does this, and like this, and also this, and then this as well. And it's like so evident that this guy has no fucking clue what this team does, right? And he's meant to be like managing. I'm actually like furious as I'm like hearing him talk, because I'm like, this fuckhead has done nothing for our team in all of his time being here. Right?
Yeah.
Then when he got to like talking about, hey, look, these are the problems that we're facing as a team, right? One thing that like I guess we couldn't bring up, which I was just furious about the fact that we didn't, right, is that like our team manager and our platform owner are like both so utterly useless for our team. Like, genuinely, right? The fact that like none of this was like going back to them being like, okay, well, we need these processes in place, and then like the head of the bank wasn't like, yeah, okay, well, like, wasn't this idea of like getting this process in place like something that we had in mind like months ago? And like, how has that progressed, Mr. Platform Owner? What has your progress been on that, Mr. Team Manager? Right? So I was like slowly losing my mind.
Yeah.
Right? And then like luckily I had a chance to talk to the head of the bank afterwards, and he's like a really sensible, really smart guy, right? A great leader. And like, I didn't want to say their names as to like me being frustrated with them, but I just essentially made it seem like, hey, our team that has a manager feels like it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of these processes that should have been put in place, but it feels like we're still doing things very ad hocly, right? And I'm just wondering why is that the case, right? So, I think that he's also like a pretty smart guy in that like he wouldn't just rail another employee in front of me, right? So he just said like, yeah, okay, well, you know, in this new structure, this person will be this kind of like bird's eye view kind of guy that we're talking about. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just hoping this then goes back and then he has conversations with these two people and then is like, hey, so what the fuck have you guys been doing? Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything like that in your workplace? Oh, sorry, if you want to say something first.
No. I think for the most part, like the people that I work with are fine. It's mainly the client that.
Yeah.
It goes both ways, I guess. Clients don't like the way my mom does it. The client.
Yeah, maybe notable from like that those kind of interactions recently.
No, I've never had any. For clients, you don't say it to their face.
Yes.
Like processes reminding them of like what they need to actually do. And all the time, like my manager is like, oh, this kind of this and that. They like lend it to me, and I just like I'm there to like listen out. Be there with them.
Yeah, it's hard to make you do that here as well, bro. You don't get a break no matter where you are. Yeah, that's what's been going on. I'm glad that like at least you've got like managers that kind of deal with this stuff. Sorry, I'm dealing with fun Yeah, sorry, I'm like moving it up my room. Whoa. Yeah. One thing is like, hey, I'm sorry. I guess it's just always hard dealing with people that are like this. They're like, you know, a bit. Yeah. If I'm feeling like you're incompetent, that's really bad, bro. Because I'm like a fuckhead. You know what I mean?
You're very chill. Drink like that.
Dude, I'm not even like a fucking like that good of a worker. I'm really okay. But if I'm having an issue with like working with you, like, hey man, can you sort something out, please, bro? I love it so hard right now. Yeah. But how about like outside work? Have you been there?
Outside work, I just stuff and cycling.
Do you have a quad lock case now?
Pardon?
Do you have a quad lock now that you cycle heavy?
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear any of them. Do you have a quad lock?
Quad lock?
It's like this like mount and like case, so that you can like attach your phone to your black.
Oh, that's it. I don't have it. I just put my phone in like a bike bag that I have.
Yeah.
Have it directly,
Oh, okay. Yeah, but like, don't you ever need your phone to like direct you to get back and stuff?
no, I just memorized it that.
Damn. That's cool as hell, bro. I wish that was like that fucking switch on.
It's just I'm obsessed with like maps and stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It was very unnerving when I dropped into a call and then you just zoomed into my house and moved me left. I was like, okay, dude, thank you. Dude, I can't even do that myself, bro. I mean, I think I like started doing it like after you did it to me once, and I was like, actually, it's kind of cool. A little bit scary, but kind of cool though. Yeah,
Is that a
nice,
Sanji
man,
figure?
nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Long ass.
I
Legs.
believe.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's a bit embarrassing. Oh my goodness. I did the same thing when I was warming up for the match yesterday. As in, my body did the same thing. It's a bit unfortunate he's got such a kind of flimsy base that he stands on, you know? There we go. He's back.
Yeah.
I believe this is from Wano. His fit from there. When he was like fighting Queen. My goat, Sanji.
Of course.
I forgot, bro. Who's your favorite character?
In One Piece. Ooh.
One Piece.
Oh, I actually don't have a favorite character. They're all good. Out of the main crew or just everyone in general?
Everyone.
General?
Everyone. Yeah.
Kizo is pretty cool. Whitebeard's cool.
Yeah, those guys too. I really like. I think that Kizaru is just like so cool with it, bro.
Yeah.
So calm,
Very chill.
so collected. Yeah. Whitebeard, you know, super masculine kind of guy. You know what I mean? I think it's like the wrong way to put it. I feel like anytime you say like this guy's like really masculine, you kind of feel like you watch Red Pill podcasts and like you watch Andrew Tate and stuff. You know, I don't know. He's just like a good guy, bro. You know what I mean? Great leader, like father figure. You know, loves all his crew. He's like tough and puts up a fight. He's cool. I like the guy.
I missed the original Chopper.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Chopper was my favorite character, bro. And every time I see him now, I want to cry, bro.
Like all his Rumble Ball stuff was very interesting, but now he's just... What does he even do now?
That's what I'm saying.
Did he do anything in the recent arc?
I haven't read,
Wano. Oh, not Wano.
I've read Wano. I've read Egghead. I haven't read Elbaf.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But no, I'm always like really saddened when I see Chopper now because he just seems like a shell of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that meme of how Luffy and Frankie haven't talked to each other in like hundreds of chapters.
Yeah. I actually like told one of my friends who's watching that show. I was like, yeah. Oh, you're like in Dressrosa right now? Oh, so you saw like when like Luffy was signing up to the tournament? That's the last time that he will talk to Frankie. Like until maybe like the latest arc. I don't even know.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Oh man, let me tell you about this football match this morning. Right. So I woke up at 5 to watch the Champions League final with Aaron. Right. Now it's between Inter Milan and PSG. Right. And the match ended 5-0 to PSG. Can you imagine getting battered 5-0 in the final, bro?
Yeah, crazy.
That's so embarrassing, right? And what made me mad is like they took away a spot from Barcelona to play in that final, and that would have been a way more exciting match. Fuck these guys, man. Big fan, bro.
If I let you talk,
Yeah,
will
that
you promise
actually
to
upset
remain
me.
on topic? Oh, sweet retribution.
Yeah, it felt like the whole match, like, there wasn't like effort from Inter's side. It just felt like the ball was always in, um, like whenever like Inter had possession, it was like, let's see how high we can count until they turn over possession, right? I don't even know if they had like any shots on goal. That's how bad it was.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Maybe there was
shit made me
some
sad.
dodgy, underground gambling going on.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Was it actually a fixed match? Yeah, but it's crazy. Like I think in like Inter Milan are legit like a charity foundation. Like legit come to the finals and then just gift the other team the championship. It's crazy. Yeah. Made me angry. But big shout out to like the man of the match that match. The man of the match that game was Desiree Doué, who was like a 19-year-old, the youngest player on PSG side, right? And he had like 3 goal contributions. He was super composed at 19 years old to be able to pull that off in a final, right? Like the very first goal, right? He was like clear onto goal. He could have taken a shot, but then he made the extra pass to Hakimi, who like just tapped it in, right? And like having that composure in a World Cup final when you could go for glory instead, I think is very, very impressive. Yeah, like great job to Desiree for that. Definitely deserves like the man of the match for that performance that he put up. What else stood out? Something that's like really, really interesting is like this is the year that Mbappe moved from PSG and went to Real Madrid, right? And in this very year, PSG won without Mbappe, who is arguably the best player in the world, right? And I thought that's just like absolutely crazy, right? Like truly, Mbappe is like the curse on the team. I think that the coach was saying that like Mbappe is like an incredible player, but he's not putting in the extra work that he needs to so that the whole team can succeed. He kind of expects other players to do that for him because he's so good. Yeah, he doesn't do like the heavy lifting or the grunt work that's needed to take the team over the line. And then without them, they looked so terrifying, so dominant in the final. Yeah, yeah. I know that Mbappe is just crying right now because, yeah, now in Real Madrid he's trophyless, whereas his club won the treble, which is like the domestic cup, the league title that in like Paris's in like the French league, and the Champions League, which is like the best in Europe. So they won all 3 when he left. Crazy.
Yeah.
Whew. The way to go about it. Yeah. Ooh, this is going to take a bit of a serious turn here, mate. Have you thought about investing in property and stuff? Or buying a
I
place?
can't
Have you?
afford a place in the first place, so how am I going to invest in a property if I can't buy a place in the first place? Personally, I personally don't want to do investments in property. It feels like I'm becoming part of the problem.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah.
I understand that it is the most financially best thing to do, kind of thing, but I don't
Yeah.
want to become part of the problem.
Dude, I know, man. I know what you're saying, but like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Like honestly, at this point, I'm just I've given myself a goal of like I'll be happy as long as I have a place to call home, kind of thing. So if I
Yeah.
just get an apartment and it's like a decent apartment that I'm happy with, and if I wouldn't mind living there for the rest of my life, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, me too, man. Like, if I can get like an apartment and like in like there's like good public transit around, there's like good bike lanes and stuff, I could be an incredibly happy person. I'd live my best life in that type of situation. But it's like to get an apartment in that kind of location, that's a lot of money.
Indeed.
Yeah. Maybe the way to go about it is to buy a place now that's affordable and then sell it when prices inevitably go up, so then you do have the leverage and the extra cash to buy in where you do want to live. But yeah, this shit's tough.
Yeah. I mean, there's gotta be a breaking point somewhere. I mean, it feels like we're reaching it.
Yeah. So look, my I used to always like think that the Labour government, like Kevin Rudd and Wayne Swan, like guided us through the housing, like the financial crisis, like the GFC in 2008, really, really well. But what I've come to realize more recently is like all they did was just kind of kick the problem further down the road, and our housing market didn't pop, so it's just absolutely insane right now. So yeah. I can't believe that housing isn't a fucking human right and instead is a fucking commodity. And there's so many NIMBYs out there that don't want like good apartments built in their areas because it will obviously bring the price of their houses down.
Yes. Goodbye.
How can they fucking do that, bro? Who gives a fuck about their investment, bro? That's the nature of, investment. There's a chance that you lose, bro. Fucking take the
ready
loss,
as I'll
take
ever
the
be.
L, bro.
Finally, the real thing rears its ugly head. This time we
Yeah.
cannot miss our mark.